A security guard was murdered after being chased and beaten to death by a gang. Christopher Malloy, 55, was attacked near a Burger King in Bootle Strand, Merseyside. 3 people including 2 brothers and a 15-year-old boy were put on trial for murder. The teenager, who cannot be named for legal reasons, was convicted of murder yesterday. Jay Byrne, 26, of Southport and Joseph Byrne, 25, of Litherland were cleared of the charge. The 3 defendants had previously admitted to manslaughter. Liverpool Crown Court heard how the fight broke out at around 12:45 a.m. when the 15-year-old defendant accused Mr. Mallow of touching his girlfriend. The court heard that Jay Byrne punched or pushed Mr. Malloy before fleeing the scene July 12 last year. He ran to a nearby McDonald's and asked for help from employees fearing attack, the court heard. Mr. Malloy walked away from the Burger King, but at this point he was chased by Joseph Byrne, and the boy who was 14 at the time. CCTV footage captured Joseph landing an extremely forceful punch which knocked the victim out. The security guard fell backwards and cracked his head on the pavement. The video showed how the teenage defendant then slapped him in the face 8 times. Joseph and the teen bumped fists as they walked away from the helpless Mr. Malloy, shown on the CCTV tape. But the teen was seen turning back to kick his victim in the head for a second time, described in court as a particularly ferocious kick, like kicking a football hard. After a taxi driver called the police, emergency services rushed Mr. Malloy to the Walton Center and by 5 a.m. he underwent surgery. It was discovered he had suffered internal bleeding and fractures. His life support was ultimately withdrawn and he tragically passed away on July 19, 2022, 1 week after the attack. Joseph Byrne, on the stand, said he had given Mr. Malloy a little slap to teach him a lesson after he was told that he had been grabbing the A of the teen's girlfriend. He also turned to the teen and said, "He done it and he knows he did," before refusing to answer any more questions. The court heard the teenage defendant say he was pretending to be on a comedy film called Friday, where a character played by Chris Tucker said, "You got knocked the F out." He claimed Joseph had asked him, "Do you want to see a knockout punch?" before the victim fell to the floor unconscious. He also said, "I didn't think. I was just copying what Jay did," when he spoke of kicking Mr. Malloy in the head while he was on the floor. The group will be sentenced on March 16.